Hey guys, welcome. Today is June 4th, 2025. We just got a new roadmap roundup. Now, let's do a quick update. I'm gonna skip the 4.1.1 column. Let's go to the 4.2 for the next patch. First of all, 4 entries for the AI, and they're all committed. First one is the Irradiated Apex Valakar, adding the Irradiated Apex Valakar that players can find near the research facility while doing the Stormbreaker sandbox activity. This was previously listed under the new creature card. If you have played the 4.2 PTU, the players have been killing the Apex Valakar far and wide. However, one of my main concern is, which is also one of the questions many of you asked in my videos, is the Apex Valakar the only source to get Wicklow favors? Because as far as we tested in the 4.2 PTU, we can only trade the Apex Valakar pearls for the Wicklow favor, and it's 15 pearls per favor. I also tested the combat missions. We are still getting the scripts from the combat missions. For example, I am at Area 18. If I go to my contract, I don't have all the contracts yet. But for example, the Combat Gauntlet Scenario 1, you can see I am still rewarded with 1 IMG script, which means Scenario 2, 3, 4, all the way to 8, you are still getting the mercenary scripts for these missions. I don't know about the Headhunter or the Foxwell yet. I haven't unlocked those missions. Let's see. Oh, actually, I do have a Headhunter mission, Surprise Party. Yes, you are still rewarded with 1 console script. This is the latest 4.2 PTU, by the way. So even though we are rewarded with console scripts and MG scripts, but as far as we know that for the Wicklow favors, we can only trade the pearls for it. So the scripts are useless. Even though I am not 100% certain, we have to really see when the patch goes to live. But as far as we tested in the latest 4.2 PTU, you cannot trade those scripts for favors anymore. So if you want to get the Wicklow stuff, the only way to get them is through the Apex Valakar, killing them. And the resources will be scarce. So if this is true, then be prepared for the most intense PvP action ever in the verse. Next one is the Irradiated Adult Valakar. This will be around the Apex Valakar in the same location, adding the Irradiated Adult Valakar that players can find near the research facility while doing the Stormbreaker sandbox activity. This is less difficult to do, and you can get the Adult Valakar fan from these Valakars, which is also needed for the Wicklow stuff. However, these Irradiated Adult Valakar can only be found in this facility. I'm not sure if the Hathor facility also have the Adult Valakar or not, but if the Adult Valakar fan can only be found here, then it is still in the hot PvP zone. So if you know that around Hathor facilities, you can still see the Adult Valakar, please leave in the comments below, because personally, I haven't tested that yet. Next one is the Irradiated Juvenile Valakar. Oh, this is a smaller one. When it says Irradiated, it will be in those Irradiated zone together with Apex Valakar. Now, last one is Irradiated Copium. This is also around that facility. These Copium looks really cool. Irradiated neon lights around their body. Really nice design. I like it. You can also loot their horns. Now, these hostile beasts hunt in packs. Next one is character, 3 entries. Committed, starting exploration suit. Introducing the starting exploration suit, a heavy utility armor built to withstand extreme radiation, enable safe traversal through the most hazardous zones. These suits are not heavy armors anymore, as well as all your Zeus exploration suits, which you can purchase from the subscriber store. Also, the Pembroke that you purchased from the in-store or from the subscriber store. Those utility suits are no longer give you 40% damage reduction. I think it's 25% damage reduction. So they are no longer heavy armors. They are, you can say, utility suit. And you can also buy the starting exploration suit in-store. I know in Pyro, you can buy them. But if you want to different colors, you can loot them in those ASD facilities. New hairstyle. Not really great addition, but hey, we have more hairs. Now, next one is a new medium utility armor. This one is redacted and it will not be coming out in the 4.2.0, but in a following patch. Next one is core tech. Ooh, this one is a good one. Dynamic rain. Adding dynamic rain in specific locations as first step toward Genesis. Dynamic weather. Wow, this one is awesome. Personally, I love it. I could spend hours just to fly around doing some cinematic recordings under those rains. However, this is only the first iteration. The rain still looks quite fake. The sound effects need to be tuned as well. And especially when the rain hits the surface or hits the ocean, you need those reflections. You need those hitting effects of the rain. Otherwise, it looks very fake. If you're wondering where can you find those rains, so far you can find those rains on Herson and ArcCorp in Stanton. And you can also find the rain with lightning storms on Pyro 1. And they also added the dynamic rain to the Pyro 4, which is really beautiful. Hopefully, they will add the rain to Pyro 3 as well, Bloom, and add some snow on Microtech. Next one is a gameplay, which is radiation, implementing dangerous radiation zones in specific locations, forcing players to adapt with specialized gears and strategic navigation. This only happens on Pyro 1 in those Lazarus labs. You can either take the tram from the transit station to those Lazarus labs, which you will face the Apex Valacar, or you can crash land your ship into those locations. And these radiation zones not only have radiation, but also EMP. It will disable your ship around 14 kilometers away from those Lazarus labs. And if you want to drop a bomb or torpedo, they will be destroyed before it hits the ground in those EMP zones. Next one, locations, 2 entries. And these are the ASD research facilities. And the first one is on Pyro 1. This is the Lazarus Lab. Associated science and development facilities that provide essential infrastructure and sandbox gameplay opportunities for planetary operations. It's going to be very hot PvP zone in these facilities. Next one is the ASD data center. These data centers are on Pyro 4. Data center on Pyro 4 and the Lazarus Lab on Pyro 1, they are connected. Later today, I'm going to be finishing a guide for how to do these sandbox missions. But you do need to lose some cards from Pyro 4 first before you can go to Pyro 1 to continue those missions. And you have 10 data centers on Pyro 4. And by the way, you have 6 Lazarus research facilities on Pyro 1. Each one can be accessed through a transit hub, and those transit hubs can be jumped to it directly. But those Lazarus facilities has no jump marker, so you have to take the tram to those facilities. So those are the 2 types of data centers for those sandbox activities. Now, missions and events. Stormbreaker sandbox activity, which is related to the data centers, as well as those Irradiated Apex Valacars. Next one is a new global event. This will come in a 4.2.x patch, adding a global cross-shard event that builds on collaboration and competition. Cross-shard event. Okay, so looking forward to know what this is. And builds on collaboration, teamwork, and competition, PvP. Plain and simple. Next one. I'm very excited for this as well because this is going to be a PvE mission. Space Combat Mission, Defend, 4.2.x patch, adding a collection of missions, asking citizens to defend various places against attackers. Yeah, really looking forward to these PvE missions because sometimes it's just too much PvP recently in all of our events, every single patch. A little bit tired of it. PvE mission with orc people, with friends, are a lot of fun. Next one, ships and vehicles. These are all released ships. Anvil Asgard, Misk Star Freelancer Attack, Mirai Guardian MX, Greycat MTC, Idris P, Idris M, and Argo Atlas Ikiti, adding the Atlas Ikiti and Atlas Geo Ikiti, 2 types. Versatile new combat suit developed for upcoming challenges, ready to prove their value in an upcoming new sandbox activity. They both are equipped with dual weapons, dual size 1 Bulldog repeaters. That's what we tested. And the Geo-Ikity version keeps its backpack for jumping ability and adjusted gear slots to fit FPS weapons and gadgets. Awesome. Now, question is, are these only attainable in-game through Wicklow or through the sandbox activities, or are they going to sell these in the pledge store? We shall wait and see. Next one. These are the new addition to the Wicklow ships. The picture is really blurry, but you can sort of see how beautiful are these paints. Adding multiple new ships and vehicles to the ever-expanding Wicklow Emporium. Mirai Guardian QI, this one. Beautiful paints. Anvil Mark II Super Hornet. Misk of Fortune. Alpoa Nox. Mirai Pulse, as well as the RSI Ursa Medivac. As far as I know, the Ursa Medivac is a stealth version. I wonder how stealthy this can be. Maybe it can cloak itself, becomes invisible. Last one is the weapon and item. I haven't tested this yet because I haven't found the specific data for this gun. But once I get the data, I'll be doing a dedicated testing video for this. This is the Volt Laser Shotgun Prism, adding a cutting-edge energy shotgun that ramps up its pellet spread with heat, delivering brutal close-range bursts powered by Volt. This gun can only be looted in the ASD labs. And that is it for the rolled up update. Thanks for watching.